Wake up, Toby Johnson. I'm Paulo, and it's First Things First period on Monday, May 16th, 2016.
That means it's time for First Things First on TJTV. I'm Trisha.
At Toby Johnson Middle School, we have a live morning news broadcast called TJTV. The TJTV cast and crew gets to school at 7 a.m. every morning to create a live news show for the entire school to see. People in TJTV write the scripts, create news packages, collect graphics for the show, and rehearse for the live show that is produced every morning. Whether you prefer to be behind the camera doing tech jobs or you like to be on camera reporting for news, TJTV has a job for you. I'm Tyler Dunning, reporting for TJTV.
There are only 2 more days to apply for TJTV.
There are only a limited amount of spots left, so if you want to apply, don't procrastinate.
If you need any help filling out the application or need a computer, please see Mrs. LaChapelle in MC9.
Next year's Web Leaders, there will be a mandatory meeting, otherwise known as Spring Play Day, this Wednesday, May 18th from 3 to 5 p.m. in MC11.
You'll be getting to know each other and practicing some activities for the Jaguar Jubilee. Please email Miss Albiani if you have any questions.
Let's See an Egyptian Story by Marissa and edited and filmed by Jackson and Vianne.
Until 2001, 2 of Egypt's greatest cities were missing. Then, an archaeologist named Frank Gaudio made a huge underwater discovery. Faunus, Heraklion, and Canopus, the 2 missing cities, sat underwater for 1,000 years. Gaudio spent several years analyzing his finds. Now, the British Museum has created an exhibit showcasing these amazing discoveries to the public. Although a large amount of artifacts have been found already, Gaudio has not uncovered all the artifacts of these majestic cities. The creator of the museum states that only 5% of the site has been excavated. The cities probably sunk because the sea level rose, earthquakes occurred, and tidal waves ate away at the land. Gaudio's discoveries have provided new information about ancient Egypt and paved the way for new encounters to come. Thanks to Thomas Page from CNN for these stories. Also thanks to Legit News for the video footage.
Thanks, Marissa, Jackson, and Vianne.
Now let's go to Armando for today's TDIH.
This day in history.
First on this day in 1777, British-born Georgia patriot and signer of the Declaration of Independence, Button Gwinnett receives a bullet wound in a duel with his political rival, Georgia City Whig Lachlan McIntosh. 3 days later, Gwinnett died as a result of the dangerous wound. McIntosh was also shot in the duel, but the wound was not fatal. Next on this day in 1929, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences hands out its first awards at a dinner party for around 250 people, held in the Blossom Room of the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, California. Also on this day in 1975, via the Southeast Ridge Route, Japanese mountaineer Junko Tabei becomes the first woman to reach the summit of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. Finally on this day in 2014, broadcast journalist and TV personality Barbara Walters retires from ABC News and as co-host of the daytime program The View. In a landmark career that spans some 50 years on air, the 84-year-old Walters blazed a trail for women in TV news. That's it for me. I'm Armando reporting for TJTV. Now back to you.
Thanks, Armando.
Now let's go to Ian, Steven, and Patrick for news about the VR.
The future of virtual reality is here. Companies with virtual reality devices include Microsoft, Samsung, Oculus, Steam, and even Google. Some of these headsets are amazing, but the Microsoft HoloLens is better than the rest of them. Most virtual reality headsets can range from $450 to $1,000 in price, which is very expensive, but worth it. Unfortunately, the Microsoft HoloLens is $3,000, even though soon we expect them to lower the price. Even with this high price tag, the HoloLens is worth it. You can do anything. Go to the moon, play Minecraft on your coffee table, watch football on your virtual television, or even play games on a virtual computer. In any other virtual reality, you can't see your room or anything except for what is in the glasses. But with Microsoft HoloLens, you can see your living room and the game you're playing, or the show you're watching. For more information, go to Microsoft.com.
Thanks, Ian, Steven, and Patrick.
There's now just one day between now and Yearbook Distribution Day. Still, there are 4 lucky people who are going to get their yearbooks early.
One student is on next year's yearbook staff, and that is Max Zizak from the Aggie 7 team. Max, please head to Ms. Zoo's room to pick up your pre-ordered copy of the 2016 Jamboree.
You know the yearbook staff works incredibly hard to make the school's yearbook as amazing as possible, but sometimes things are out of their control.
This year, the printing company made a couple of little mistakes, and Ms. Zoo will be coming on to tell us how those things are going to get fixed. But first, Hornets 8, please send Paige Mock to MC10 to pick up her yearbook.
The lucky staff member to receive her yearbook early is a science teacher from the Tigers 8 team, Mrs. Avalos. Mrs. Avalos, yearbook will send your copy of the yearbook to your room during first period today.
And finally, Tigers 7, drumroll please. Kayon Forbes, please head to MC10 to pick up your yearbook from Miss Zoo's room.
Now let's see a TJTV segment about new technology by Joseph and edited and filmed by Justin and Peyton.
New smartphone technology is being developed every day. This year in September, the next great technology will be available to the public. It is the Cycler bracelet. It will use a tiny pico projector and 8 miniature sensors to replicate an image of your device's screen onto your arm. The bracelet will have a vibrate function and a micro USB charging port, as well as several other components to suit your needs. Low energy Bluetooth will communicate with your mobile device, while a Wi-Fi component will connect with your network. Touching your arm with your finger will interrupt one of these sensors and return the instructions back to the processor. Flicking your wrist will initiate the display on your arm. The Cycler bracelet will be water resistant, durable, and the flick, swipe, pinch, and zoom functionality will be supported along with tap to text. You'll even be able to answer your phone with the flick of the wrist. The bracelet comes in 10 colors to suit your lifestyle. This has been Joseph Abufaris reporting for TJTV. Now back to you.
Thanks, Joseph, Justin, and Peyton.
According to the Tobacco Vapor Electronic Cigarette Association, 4 million people in America currently use e-cigarettes, but that number is going to change now that vaping will soon be monitored.
Hundreds of e-cigarette brands will have to undergo federal review in order to stay on the market. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has recently released a new set of rules that e-cigarette brands must follow.
The rules state that these products cannot be sold to minors, and the company must provide health warnings.
E-cigarettes are devices that turn nicotine into an inhalable vapor. Companies will now have to submit their product for testing to assess its danger to the public.
Although the American Lung Association recognizes the FDA's effort, they are concerned that the gummy bear and cotton candy flavors are targeting children.
Vaping is being marketed to us as safe, but in reality, the dangers of vaping may be even worse than smoking.
Now let's go to Emily, Caitlin, and Aaliyah for fashion trends.
Fashion is a topic that everyone can enjoy in their own ways. MAC Velvet Teddy has a price point of $17. There are a few important factors while looking for the perfect summer lipstick: coverage, quality, pigmentation, and staying power. Other factors may be color, finish, and price. Milani makes a similar shade called Matte Beauty 69, costing around $5.99.
Thanks, Emily, Caitlin, and Aaliyah.
That's it for today's show.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of
First Things First on TJTV. I'm Paulo. Have a great day.
And I'm Trisha. There are only 8 more school days until the school year is over.